Hi guys, welcome back to XDland. In today's tutorial we're going to design this poster. So if it's something that interests you, please keep watching. So let's get started. So what we're going to do here is we set up our document. So you go to File and click New or Comment New. And go to the Print tab because we are working with a print document. And I'm going to choose A4. I set the orientation. And if you would like to print it or send it to a printer, it is usually required to add bleed to your document. And if you want to do that, then just set the bleed to 4 millimeter. But I am going to undo this because I will have enough white space on sides and on the bottom and the top of the document. So, and you just click create, but I'm going to close this because I already have my document set up. Okay, so here we are in our document. And I picked a few colors, 6 colors. I actually haven't decided which colors I'm going to use, but these are the colors that I like. So to see what I have here, I just click, and you can pause the video to see the CMYK values. So this is purple. Have pink, salmon pink, some dark pink, very nice bright yellow, and blue. Okay. I actually added it to my swatches too. So how you're doing this, you select the colors, just move them up a little bit. So you select the colors and then you click new color group. And then what you see here, you can name this color group whatever you like, and then you just click OK, and then it will be added to your swatches. I'm going to cancel this because I already done that here, as you can see. Okay. So now let's start designing. I sketched the poster layout very quickly. So, and I placed it on a separate layer. This is what you can see here, layer 2. And what I plan to do is I would like to have capital letters for 7 steps and with some nice fonts, and I would like to add the banner, placing Better Designer in it. I would like to display the steps and add some footer. So this is my basic design guide, so that I would like to follow, and we'll see how I go. I am going to toggle the visibility of this layer because I don't want to see it while I'm designing. And the other thing that I would like to do is I would like to set some guides on the side and on the top and the bottom. So what we're gonna do is you pick your other layer, so then you can see your guides, and you either use keyboard shortcuts, Command R on a Mac or Control R on a PC, or you go to View, Rulers, and Show Rulers. So then you see your rulers here on the side and on the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag these ruler lines. So maybe 10 millimeter, maybe 20. I think I'm just going to use 20 for now, and 20 from the other side, and from the top 10 maybe. I think I'm gonna use 20 here too, and I don't think I need 20 from the bottom, so I'm just going to drag it somewhere here, and I add an extra guide, so this will be my footer line or footer section. Yeah, okay, so I think this is good enough. Yeah, so now I'm going to create this layout, and I'm going to speed up the video and I will return back. I have the text placed in the document. This is very basic without any kind of design. So how you add the text is basically you either click this little icon or just hit T on your keyboard and you can type. I'm going to undo that. So you click and drag and hold, depending on how big text area you would like to have. Now I just realized I have the 7 steps to becoming a better designer as one sentence, and I just don't think this is going to work. So what I'm gonna do, so I tell you why. So because I would like to modify and design the words separately, so I actually need to have 7 and steps as one block, and maybe to becoming as a separate block, and better designer as separate blocks too. So this is what I'm going to do now. Better here, and maybe designer will be in the banner. Yeah, and I am just going to move this down a little bit. Now, speaking of banner, we're going to create a banner now. I'm going to create a rectangle, and how you're going to do this is you either click M on your keyboard or click this icon, and the first one, or the default one, is the rectangle tool. So I just have that, and I just draw a rectangle here. You can always resize it, so it doesn't really matter how big it is. I think this is good enough for me. Now, if this happens to you, this is just a gradient. You can resolve this issue by clicking this icon here. So now we have pure black. I want the rectangle to have a different shape, like this kind of shape. So how we're going to do that is we're going to add an anchor point. So this is our anchor point tool. You can hit a plus icon on your keyboard, or you can just click this, add anchor point. And I am going to select, or I am going to, select a point. So this is a midpoint, and I just click. So this is an anchor point that we are going to modify, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then you hit V on your keyboard. So that's your selection tool. And oops, actually you gotta hit the direct selection tool, which is A on your keyboard. And you click this anchor, you click on this anchor point and shift right arrow. You're going to change the shape of the rectangle. So I clicked twice on shift and the right arrow, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So with your direct selection tool is still on, you click the anchor point. Oops, and I moved it. So be careful. So I click the anchor point and shift left arrow. So I hit it twice and I think this is good. You hit V on your keyboard and I'm going to zoom out. I think this is a pretty big banner, so it's not really in proportion with our document. So I'm going to resize it. So I think this is good. And yeah, I'm just going to place it here. And this is a good enough banner for now. But what I would like to add is I would like to make it a little bit more interesting. And how I'm going to do that is basically I would like to create another shape like this, but a little bit smaller and narrower and longer. So we're going to do that. Like we select this shape, Command C or Control C on a PC, Command V. So now we have two separate shapes. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to resize this one. So I'm holding down the Shift key. This is pretty big. And I'm making it a little bit narrower. And yeah, just like that. And I am going to align them together. Okay. So I think this is more interesting. Yeah, so this is how you create a basic banner. I'm going to pick a couple of fonts. I think I would like to mix some kind of script font with a sans serif font. So for designer and design text, I'd like to use Sacramento, which is a free font. This is what it looks like. I think it's very pretty. And for the rest of the text, oops, I am going to use DIN. I just realized I need to separate the text from the numbers. So I go ahead and I do that. Okay, so now we have all the fonts. We changed styling. I'm just going to click through very quickly how big fonts I used. So 7, this is our largest font. This is DIN, 160 point. Steps, also DIN, 55 points. To Becoming a Better, also DIN, 30 point. Designer, that's Sacramento, 38 point. And the steps here, the numbers, I applied DIN, 32 points, and the rest of the text, 32 points. The design text is Sacramento and the rest is DIN, and the footer text is also DIN with 14 points. I'm going to apply some colors now. I think I'm going to use purple on the banner. So I just select this item and I click the dark purple. Okay, so now I can see that this is actually in the back. So you can bring this one to the front, or what's easier here is just grab the other banner or the other item in the banner and just send it to the back. So you can do that, like right click and arrange and send to back. Okay, so, and I'm just going to pick some other pink or purple color, and let's try some blue. Okay, it doesn't look good, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it purple, and I come to the fill color, double click, and I just change it to a slightly darker purple, like that. I think that looks good. Designer text, that's white, and I think I'm going to keep it white for now, and I'm going to apply the colors to the rest of the document. So, and now we can see the final design. The only thing that I adjusted in terms of colors, on the numbers and on this text, the DIN text, I actually ended up using this darker purple color that I didn't have in the swatches. And I just modified a little bit the alignments here. So I moved this part a little bit down and I moved the footer area a little bit upwards, as you can see on the guides. And this is our final PDF. So if you guys would like to grab this poster, just head over to the description box below and click the link. You can download it for free from my website, and I hope you like it. And please do tell me if you would like to have a more detailed design tutorials, or you would rather like to watch me designing something. And as always, thank you for watching. And please subscribe and thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And I see you next time. Bye.